In the valley of Yeonhwa village, where mountains folded over one another like sleeping beasts and mist gathered each dawn, there lived a potter named Nam Hyun-soo. His hands were skilled, but his heart was weary. He lived alone in a hut by the creek, shaping jars that few ever bought, speaking only to the wind and the clay. One spring, a new family settled in the abandoned house at the foot of the mountain. A traveling herb merchant named Cho Samwol, his niece Aran, and his elder sister Madam Cho. The villagers said they came from across the eastern river, fleeing debts and misfortune. Aran was a quiet girl, graceful as a reed and kind to all who greeted her. She and her aunt began to sell medicinal sweets and teas in the market square, and soon her laughter filled the once empty lanes. But as summer deepened, strange rumors began to stir. Some nights, dogs barked endlessly toward the Cho house. Lanterns burned long past midnight. Travelers swore they heard a woman's voice, laughing, then crying, then laughing again, rising from the courtyard like wind through a hollow jar. Nam Hyun-soo dismissed it at first. But one stormy night, as he carried firewood home, he glimpsed a wren standing alone in the rain. Her face was half lit by lightning. Her smile was twisted, her eyes distant, like someone else was wearing her skin. The next morning, Samwol came to Hyun-soo's door, trembling. "Master Nam," he said, bowing low, "please, help me keep watch over my niece. She carries a curse that awakens each night when the moon reaches its highest point. For 3 hours, she is no longer herself." Hyun-soo thought him mad, but that night, curiosity overpowered caution. He went to their house and waited. When the hour struck, Aren's gentle face changed. Her gaze sharpened. Her voice grew low and mocking. She spoke to Hyun-soo in a tone not her own, commanding, laughing, daring him to pray. "Do you think your gods can cast me out?" she asked, her words like smoke. Hyun-soo's body trembled, but he stayed. The next night, and the next after that, he returned. The spirit within Aran would taunt him, test him, whispering secrets she could not know. But beneath the cruelty, Hyun-soo sensed something, a sorrow buried deep beneath centuries of rage. One night, as the wind wailed through the shutters, the spirit spoke of her past. "I was once Yeonhwa," it said, its voice trembling through Aran's lips. "Long ago, when this valley starved, the villagers offered me to the mountain gods. I was bound in white cloth and sealed inside an ongi jar, buried beneath the old guardian tree. They promised peace after 100 years. But one of this family's ancestors, greedy for luck, broke the jar before its time. I was torn from rest, cursed to wander through their bloodline." Tears ran down Aren's cheeks as Walhwa's voice softened. "I pretended to be a demon so they wouldn't cast me away again. All I ever wanted was to stay, even if they feared me." Hyun-soo's heart ached. He understood now that this was not a demon, but a woman bound by loneliness and forgotten sorrow. So he took one of his finest jars, unglazed, pure clay, shaped by his own trembling hands, and carved the name Yeonhwa along its rim. That night, beneath the moon, he lit a single pine torch and called her name 3 times. "Yeonhwa! Yeonhwa! Yeonhwa!" The wind fell silent. Aren's body stilled, and then she smiled, not the cruel smile of the spirit, but one gentle, peaceful, and free. Her breath grew soft, and for the first time, the house was silent. The next morning, Aran woke with no memory of her torment. Her uncle wept, her aunt burned incense at the guardian tree, and Hyun-soo buried the new jar beneath its roots, sealing it with salt and a whispered prayer. Years passed. Aran became known as the healer of Yeonhwa village. Her teas cured fever, her sweets soothed pain, and her laughter carried through the market like a hymn. Nam Hyun-soo remained a quiet potter by the creek. But every year, on the night of the full moon, he would pour rice wine before the guardian tree and whisper softly, "Sleep well, Yeonhwa." And when the breeze stirred the leaves in reply, it always felt like a woman's sigh, gentle, thankful, and finally free.